PSA, this is a sit down and talk kind of video, so if I were you, I'd grab a drink and some snacks before you're stuck with me for the next couple of minutes. Hi, I'm Gianna, or Yanna, whatever you want to call me. I'm 27 years old. I live in the Philippines with my partner and our three very opinionated dogs. I work from home, and currently my favorite hobbies are makeup and playing video games. So that basically means I stay at my desk most of the time. Fun fact, I've actually been making videos since I was a literal child, like downloading tracks on LimeWire and the Joker font kind of child. Like, I was a kid with unsupervised internet access, which probably explains why I am the way that I am. I don't even remember much of what I did as a 10-year-old with a YouTube channel, but I do remember writing a story and having my Bratz dolls act the scenes out. It was a very serious production. Then there was my beauty guru phase back when I was in university, and if you were around for that, I'm sorry. I think the channel is still up there somewhere. The videos are gone, thankfully, and I forgot the password to the account anyway, so the channel's just kind of out there floating in the YouTube void. Thing is, I like editing. Like, I like cutting clips and adding music. I feel like that's the part that makes me feel the most creative. And I'm no expert by any means, and I'm really rusty too, but I enjoy it. Anyway, I've been working corporate jobs for about 4 years now, and honestly, that part of my life doesn't really give me much space to be creative. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm super grateful for the work, but sitting in front of my computer for hours on end and answering emails and going to meetings, it kind of zaps your creative soul after a while. And while I try to express that side of me through makeup when I can, I want to do something else too. Something that feels mine. So I picked up the camera again, and here I am, I guess. So I'm really excited to start doing this. Putting myself on the internet is scary, especially now. I get so self-conscious watching clips back, but there's also something so freeing about owning your own narrative. I haven't really posted anything on social media since 2023, aside from the occasional Instagram story here and there when I'm feeling extra social, I guess. And a big part of that is how I feel about myself physically. I've changed a lot since then. I've gained a bit of weight. I got older, obviously, and somewhere along the way, I just stopped wanting to see myself. These days, I barely even look at myself in the mirror, but like not in a dramatic, depressive episode kind of way, but more like in a let's not deal with that today kind of way. And I think part of why I wanted to start vlogging again is because I want to desensitize myself to the way that I look, to get used to seeing myself on screen again, and not in a performative or curated way, but just as I am. Mostly vlogging because I miss documenting my life. I miss showing up, even if it's just for me. I don't want to keep waiting until I look like my old self again. Because she's gone. She grew up. And honestly, this version of myself deserves to be seen too. And that's something that I'm trying to teach myself through this process. Also, let's be real. Doing something like this when you live in a relatively small city where everyone sort of knows each other, or someone knows you or your tita or your tito, it makes the experience extra scary. And in Filipino culture, especially as a girl, so easy to feel like you're too much. If you start a vlog, you're suddenly that girl that thinks she's an influencer now. That was a really annoying voice, I'm sorry. But I don't know if it's just me, but there's sort of like this unspoken pressure to be chill and to stay in your lane and to not be seen as trying too hard. And that got in my head for a really long time. I mean, it still does. I imagine what people would say before I'd even film anything. I used to center a lot of my decision making around what people might say, even if they weren't saying anything. I'm trying to let go of that because everyone's busy with their lives now. I know I am. Most of my peers have their own jobs, like they've got bills to pay. Some of them are married with kids now. Truth is, no one's thinking about me as much as I think they are. And thank God. And I used to think that you needed to travel or have a crazy schedule or have an aesthetically pleasing routine in order to start vlogging. But I've realized that there's something really special and beautiful about showing the normal days too. Then I kept waiting. Like, I kept waiting for a better camera, a better setup, a better version of me to magically show up and take over my life. And there was this quote that really hit me, and it goes, "Day by day, nothing changes, but when you look back, everything's different." And that's exactly what I've been feeling lately. Like, most days don't feel significant. Months go by and suddenly everything has shifted. Like, my job, my mindset, my friendships, my body. And I've come to learn and accept that romanticizing my life doesn't necessarily need to involve expensive trips or Pinterest level meals. Like, for me, it's laughing with my partner at 2 in the morning or having one of my dogs curled up on my lap while I'm working. Like, this is real, this is me, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I've learned that filming my day makes me notice my day. Like, I'm not just going through it on autopilot, I'm actually paying attention to the things that I do and the things that are happening around me. And it's almost like journaling, but for my visual brain. So why now? Like, why start vlogging in your late 20s? I guess I've hit that point in my 20s where everything feels sort of in between. Like, nothing's bad, but nothing feels exciting either. But that's just how I feel, and I know for a fact that that's not really true. Like, I have so many people that I love, and I have my partner who's super supportive in anything that I do. We have the three weirdest, cutest dogs in the world, and I love those parts of my life. And my life isn't boring. I think it's just really easy to forget how good the small stuff is when you're always tired and always busy and always online. And I've been thinking about doing this for years now, but something always held me back. Not having enough time, imposter syndrome, fear of judgment, all of that. But one day I just said, screw it, like, I'm doing it. I may be cringe, but I am free. And anyway, I genuinely love capturing moments. Like, my friends know that anytime we're hanging out, I'm always one of the first few people to whip their phones out and start recording everything. I guess I just want to document my life, like, not because I think I'm doing anything revolutionary, obviously. It isn't really about becoming famous or going viral. Though, let's be real, that'd be fun too. Seriously though, I'm not trying to be like a celebrity or anything. I just want to have something to look back on. And if that resonates with people along the way, then that'd be amazing. Now, full disclosure, I have zero idea what I'm doing when it comes to camera angles or lighting. Like I'm filming on my phone that's propped up on a 6-year-old tripod, and I'm using my PC monitors as my source of lighting. But I will figure things out the more that I do this. And I don't really have a niche. Like, I just want to vlog life, whether that's work stuff or our chaos at home, spontaneous weekend trips, maybe gaming if I feel confident enough. Probably lots of stories because I physically cannot stop myself from oversharing. That's just how I connect, and I guess life's too short to pretend like we all have it together anyway. I guess if you're looking for daily vlogs or adulting tips or makeup videos, I guess, I don't know, perhaps you'll get that here. If you just want something to play in the background while you're cleaning your house, that's cool too. I do that all the time. Hopefully this channel will grow with me, and honestly, I don't want to box myself in. You'll get the everyday stuff for sure, but you'll also get the big life changes when they do happen, or even the tiny ones that feel big. Honestly, I just want the vibe to be like a FaceTime call with a friend. So, hence, therefore, in summary, I started this channel because I want to see my life. I want to document the moments that might feel like nothing, but in the future will actually be everything. I don't know where this will go, and that's okay. I've tried this before, I've stopped before, but right now I just want to keep trying again for myself, for the memories, for the joy of creating something again. And this channel is just me inviting you into all of that. No themes or curated routines, like just whatever's happening as it's happening. So, subscribe if you want, comment if you can relate, or don't. Either way, I'll still be here. You wanna say hi to the camera? Say hi to the camera?
Hi.